Hey friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope you're doing well. So everybody knows Ultramall, right? It's one of the biggest hype beasts ever. When that stuff came out, nobody would stop talking about it. Unlike myself, I never did that. And then after Ultramall came, of course, this one, 9 p.m. Also picture, bottle picture. And Offnon 9 p.m. has become one of the biggest hype beast clone fragrances ever. You get what I'm saying here? People just love stuff that smells like Ultramall. Which brings me to this, Rayhan Lion. This was part of a two-part release. There was Lion and Tiger. Unfortunately, they were missing Bear. Maybe that's coming down the road, right? Lions and tigers and bears. But yeah, this was part of a two-part release, Lion and Tiger, and this smells similar to this. Which begs the question, is Lion a redundant release where it shouldn't even exist because we already got this? Or is it good enough to stand on its own and actually be worthwhile? And that is what we're gonna get to the bottom of. And also, I am a complete moron. And I bought this twice. Not only that, I bought it twice, I opened it twice. I thought that I had the other one, and so I got this one in, and then I went and looked, and I was like, should I have checked first before opening? Yes, but it doesn't matter. I'll give this away to one of you guys. It's been sprayed like twice. After I realized, I was like, ah! But hopefully one of you enjoys it. Now, I'll have this one linked in the description below, so feel free to check it out down there. You can pick this up for about 29 bucks from Beauty House, and that's where I got my bottle. Now, I do have a code for Beauty House, which is here, which you can use to make it slightly cheaper, emphasis on slightly. And also, you can use that code to make everything on Beauty House slightly cheaper. Let's go ahead and kick things off, guys, by taking a quick look at the presentation up close and personal, then we can start breaking it down and see how it actually is. First, the box. So you have on the front the name of the house, Rayhan, and the size down at the bottom, 100 mils. I will say my dude here looking a little bit AI generated. You let me know what you think, AI generated or not, but it does look cool. You have like little lines that go across the entirety of the box, giving me like 80s throwback feel. If you just made those like different neon colors, yeah, synthwave. Up on top it says Rayhan. On the bottom you have your batch code and your expiration date along with your ingredient info. And here we have the bottle. It's got the same lion on the front there. And it's like this little plastic piece that kind of sits over top of the glass bottle. So you can tap it. Got a little different sound than the bottom. Still, looks nice, and you have the Rayhan at the bottom and also on the sides. Rayhan, Rayhan. You have a nice calligraphy pattern on the back of the glass bottle, looks nice. And then the cap itself, also saying Rayhan, is magnetic. And this one has a satisfying click. Ooh, yeah, I do like that. Ooh, nice. Too long have I suffered from magnetic caps without a satisfying click, said no one ever. So you can pick this up by the cap, absolutely. Just don't try to do it with like gusto. And there is nothing on the bottom here save for the batch code, which is printed in ink. And it's pretty difficult to read because it's black ink on a black bottle. What say you? Let's spray away with this bottle. Pretty good atomizer. So like I said, you can find this one at Beauty House for like $29.50, I think is the official price point that it was at. And you can also find a lot of the other Rayhan fragrances across pretty much all the discounters and also Amazon. Amazon is actually where I bought the first 3 Rayhan fragrances that I picked up. Then I bought some from JOMASHOP, so they're kind of all over the place. And their pricing ranges a decent amount as well. For the most part, extremely affordable. Like some of their clone fragrances have gotten down to like 15 bucks, 15, 20. And at that price point, I mean, it's pretty much free, right? That's about as cheap as you're gonna get. Now, I don't know when or if this one is gonna dip down in pricing. I mean, already it's like basically 30 bucks, so it's pretty cheap. But I'm assuming as time goes on, maybe it becomes more readily available and even cheaper still. And speaking about prices dipping at other discounters, here are some codes you can use across different discounters, whether you're looking for these fragrances or any others. I wanna point out specifically the Perfume Box and JOMASHOP for clone fragrances, especially the Perfume Box, and those codes can help you save a lot off of what's already discounted there. Gift Express has a fantastic 15% off code, and Maple Prime 5% off with free shipping. All right, let's talk Rayhan Lion and how it contrasts and compares with the big dog 9 p.m. from Offnon. Well, first things first, both of these, when you spray them on, if you're familiar with Ultramall, they are amazing clones of that fragrance, which is one of the reasons that 9 p.m. is so huge, but Lion, right there with it. You can tell the second you spray this stuff on. They both go on strong, they both project extremely well when you first spray them. They're also both pretty sweet, so you have to like sweet fragrances, though to be fair, Ultramall is a really sweet fragrance, so if for some strange reason you don't like really sweet stuff or you don't like Ultramall, and then you go looking for these, then that's kind of on you at that point. That would be like saying, I hate all oud fragrances. They disgust me. They make me want to vomit. And then you're like, by the way, what is the oudiest, just funkiest, poopiest smelling freaking cologne fragrance you can get? Because I'm pretty interested. I think I might like it. And then you get it in and you hate it, and it's like, that's on you, dude. That is on no one but you. What are you doing? Put down the pipe. So yeah, they both go on strong, they both go on sweet. That pear comes across extremely prominently in both of these fragrances. And I've actually waffled back and forth a little bit, like, oh, which one is sweeter? You know, at times I think it's 9 p.m., at times I think it's the Rayhan. And I think that I am settling on Rayhan Lion being a little bit sweeter with the pear off the top. It's just really prominent, like I said. It's lively, it's got a little bit of freshness to it as well. I just sprayed that completely in the palm of my hand. Thought process there. Don't spray it on the little beads, spray it right here. Atomizer. Nice. Yeah, sugary, sweet, zingy, lively. The mint comes across nicely. You have lavender in there. Bergamot, wouldn't surprise me if there's like a touch of ginger, just the way it kind of like leaps off your skin. Pretty quickly, that cinnamon comes through. That warm cinnamon, but still, you know, kind of sweet as well at the same time. The vanilla working underneath, you pick that up pretty early on. You get nice warm spiciness. At times, you could convince yourself that there's like a faint suede leather, again, smooth, sweet, kind of lurking way in the background. And then other times, you'll swear you smell that, go back again and be like, nah, that's not there. But it's got a nice little touch of complexity, some different things going on that keeps it interesting. And it does feel absolutely, when you wear them side by side, that Lion lingers a little bit longer on the top notes and the mid notes as well. The 9 p.m. starts to settle in a little bit quicker into the vanilla that's in the dry down. And like I said, you can still pick up that vanilla in Lion. You know, you can pick it up pretty early. That's one of the main things of the fragrance, one of the main parts of the fragrance. It's just this settles into that dry down a bit quicker. So Lion hits you with more sweetness off the top. That pear, like I said, a lot of different things going on there. As it dries down, the warm spices come out, that sweetness lingers, the cinnamon, the vanilla, amber, warm spices, touch of woods in there also. And in the dry down, Lion also pumps further and harder than 9 p.m. does. And 9 p.m. is not a weak fragrance. Off my skin, it performs really well. It's a great scent, especially as a budget fragrance. For what you can pick this up for, fantastic. It's just when you wear them on skin side by side, equal sprays on both sides, it becomes apparent pretty quick that Lion is the stronger of the two, and I don't think it's that close. Now that can be a good thing or a bad thing. If you're looking for something that is a monster, that's gonna last, that's gonna project, that's gonna get you noticed, Rayhan Lion does that, hands down. If you want something a little bit more subtle, something that's not going to be potentially overwhelming, I don't know, unless you're just gonna do like a couple sprays. So you could look at that one of two ways. You could look at that as 9 p.m. being more versatile because you can kind of adjust the amount of strength that the fragrance has depending on how many sprays you do, where you're going, what you're doing. Or you could just say, hey man, bang for buck, I want the strongest thing possible. That's this. It packs a punch. It lasts, it projects, period. Which is also gonna carry over into what seasons you wear the fragrance in, right? Because if it's way strong and also sweet and everything, maybe middle of summer, not a great choice. Now, like the original Ultramall, it does have a little more versatility than you might originally think, because with Ultramall, a lot of people were like, oh, clubs. That's it, clubs. But no, man, you could wear that all over the place, especially if you're a younger guy, you really like sweet fragrances that get you noticed, that have that push. Yeah, absolutely, wear it wherever. Daytime, nighttime, it doesn't matter. It's not just a club fragrance. Just like Versace Eros and tons of other releases out there, 1 million. Wear them when you want. Just understand how the fragrance works for you and react accordingly. Maybe in the dead of winter, you spray it on however many times. Let's just say 10, just to keep it simple. Nice round number. In winter, you spray it 10 times, okay? In summer, when it's, 100 degrees outside, Fahrenheit, and humidity is really high. Apparently you live like in the worst part of the country. I don't know, just insufferably hot. Maybe don't spray a really sweet, super strong fragrance on as many times as you would in the middle of winter, because you're gonna cause people to vomit. Maybe not actually vomit, maybe their heads will just split open because of how intense your fragrances. You don't want that. So yeah, just kind of rambling there a little bit, but you understand what I'm saying. Ultramall, for me, not really a summer fragrance, but I know a lot of people would wear that in summer. The same thing is gonna be said for this one and this one as well. I think personally, the better seasons are gonna be spring, fall, winter, daytime or evening. You can wear it in summer, but be light. Be light on that trigger, okay? So that is one place where 9 p.m. potentially has the edge. If you wanna wear it during the summertime, you could probably get by a little bit easier with that one just because it's not gonna be as loud. Now, in terms of quality, is Lion worse than 9 p.m.? Is it noticeably a lower quality scent? Which is especially important because if it's projecting really loudly, but then the quality is not quite as good, that's actually worse, because then at that point you're basically screaming to people like, yeah, check out this stuff, it sucks. It's so loud, dude. You smell it? Smells cheap, right? That could be the worst part of a fragrance that's really strong, actually thinking about it. If you have a fragrance that's just like apocalyptically powerful and then it smells just so god-awful cheap. So is that the case? No, not at all. Actually, smelling them on tester strips, they smell really, 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 really similar. Basically, it just smells like the Rayhan is a stronger version of 9 p.m. That's about the only difference off a strip. Yeah, like stupid close. Off skin, Lion does have those slight differences that I mentioned before, but it doesn't smell noticeably lower quality. It's right there, if not slightly better. And of course, it goes without saying, Ultramall, massive compliment puller, extremely easy to wear, big people pleasing fragrance. So is 9 p.m. So is Lion. They're all right there in that same ecosystem, right? And 29 bucks, you know, basically 30, right? That still puts the Rayhan toward like the lower end of the spectrum, because a lot of cologne fragrances are coming out nowadays priced at 50, priced at 60. We've even seen some fragrances priced at like 90 to 140 bucks as far as the cologne fragrances themselves at discounters. And look, that's obviously not normal. That's not the average, right? But I'm just saying it has happened. So 30 bucks, that puts it medium to lower end of pricing. And for that price, you're getting something that performs like a beast, that'll easily get you noticed, that quality-wise is on par with what's already out there, if not better. And depending on what you like in the fragrance, what you enjoy from Ultramall, it could actually make it even better, the little twist that it has. Lion is surprisingly extremely well done. AI Lion on the front or not. I swear that is AI. If you're trying to test these off a strip, I mean, you might as well just spin your tires. The only difference is this one comes through a little stronger, like I said, but going back and forth, you are splitting the tiniest of hairs if you're smelling on a strip and going, well, I think it's a little bit different here. Let's do the giveaway. So here it is, the other Rayhan. I legitimately feel like a moron. I should have checked beforehand and I would have just had this all boxed up nicely, ready to go, you know, still sealed, but. So it comes with the box and everything, and I might see if there's like something else to add in, either some samples or like another fragrance or something that I have laying around, another cologne or something. But we'll do the usual stuff for the giveaway, guys. You know the drill. Like the video, be subscribed to the channel, comment down below. So Rayhan, as of this moment, does not have a whole bunch of stuff out there. I've picked up pretty much everything. So there's Lion Tiger, there's Elixir, there's Cordova, there's Corium, there's the 3 Aqua ones, and then the 2 Imperial ones. That's what I have, and I'm pretty sure that's everything, I think. But anyway, there's not a whole heck of a lot out there right now. So what you need to do is, for the entry in the giveaway, tell me what you think they should clone next. And if somebody from Rayhan watches, it comments down below, maybe they'll see. I really don't care. It can be discontinued stuff. It can be new stuff, designer stuff, niche stuff. You know, if it was up to me, it'd be discontinued stuff. But yeah, that's all you gotta do for the giveaway. And I'll pick a winner, random comment picker, post it up on the post tab. And if you're the winner, hit me up and I'll ship it out to you. So there we go, guys. That is Rayhan Lion. Again, the giveaway, don't forget that if you wanna be entered. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Stay safe out there, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you later.